Today we are going to count down the best rides at Grey Wolf Lodge. So starting off our video with a family raft side, we have got River Canyon Run. And the thing about the family raft sides is that you can have two very different experiences depending on one thing, how much you scream. And before you all start saying, Tom, what are you on about? Well, just hear me out, as when I say the River Canyon Run is quite literally a River Canyon Run, I'm not just talking about the twists and turns, or the giant drops, or the bounces, or any of that, but like heading down the river, you'll be sat in a giant raft, all of which face inwards. Therefore, if you're like me who screams the entire way down, then there'll be memories of people opposite you and to the sides of you we'll never, ever forget. Even so, if you are too brave for that, or just don't want to go with your friends and family, then look no further than our next attraction, Alberta Falls, which is your common size. Now I mean, you cannot have a Grey Wolf Lodge without one, but they are just so much fun, with you being able to board a raft, a much smaller solo raft, then head into a tube, into the open air, twisting and turning, having all the fun, not too many thrills though, before you then plop out the end. But I get it, even with all of that fun, it is still a common side. And what's the point of doing the common ones when this part right here has got so many unique ones? Well, that's because this is not just one common one, but two. As with there being two sides, you can turn those friends into enemies, frenemies, and race each other down the falls to the bottom. Who has ever wondered what it must feel like to go down a toilet bowl? Oh, is that just me? Well, if you have two, then we have a side for you. This is Coyote Canyon Bowl, and despite the name suggesting that it's like a canyon or anything like that, no, this is a toilet bowl, and you will quickly realise why. As once again, this adventure right here will begin with you boarding a raft. Now I'm not too sure whether you can board a two-person one, but even if you could, we would suggest a one-person for this one, but we'll go into that later on. You'll begin this adventure by twisting and turning through a tube before then dropping down into the giant toilet bowl section, in which you'll spin around and around and around before being flushed out the end, sometimes even backwards. And that is why we would suggest for one person raft, because even though it's amazing, or maybe not, to share those reactions, going down backwards is just 10 times more awesome. From joining your friends and family for a river adventure, to racing them down a waterfall, to just now going into a toilet bowl, what have we got next? Oh yes, a triple twister. And for anyone who does not know what this is, well, it is probably best to hold on tight, because you know normally the biggest and best ride at a park is a giant funnel section. This one right here may not have the giant funnel sections, but it has got not one, not two, but three miniature ones. And no matter whether you think it's better or worse to have the smaller ones, there are some things that this one offers that none other has. For example, when you go into the drops, you will not just be rocking, but if you end up going down backwards, a bit like the last one, you will be heading down the side backwards, so you will have no clue when the next element is coming, but instead of just dropping out the end, you still have two sections to come. Once again, they will rock you around. I mean, that is just crazy. So go on a one-person raft, go on a two. But one thing I can guarantee you, hey, that rhymes, is that this will be an experience that you nor your stomach will never, ever forget. Now, the one thing we find with water parks is that whilst all the sides are amazing, they normally come in pairs. So you can go in a group of two or a group of four, but very rarely until now that is, can you go in a group of three. This is River Racer, and despite what the name may suggest, you will not be racing someone else unfortunately, but what you will get to do is race down this crazy layout consisting of many drops, twists, turns, airtime hills, and all of that stuff in a three-person raft. Yeah, that is super cool, and with you hopefully seeing that too, there is only one thing left to say, which would be do all of the C's, because whilst one of them at the front may get a much more insane drop, the one at the back may get some crazier airtime moments, and the one in the middle may get the calmest experience of them all, or even the best, and the only way to find out is by giving them all a go. Thank you all for watching, bye bye.